Halloween Hell's one of our big shows during the year, our biggest show as a matter of fact. It's not going to be any different this time. You know, we got Mr. Wrestling number 4 defending his title against Matt Carlos. You know, I'm always an underdog guy. I would imagine that Mr. Wrestling number 4 is the favorite, you know, but I think a part of me inside will be, you know, cheering on the young guy that Matt Carlos is.
I believe Mr. Wrestling 4 is going to take this match, although Matt Carlos has a lot of potential. I think at this time, because of Mr. Wrestling 4's experience, he will prevail as the victor.
Oh man, that's a hard question. I think that I think they're both very good. I mean, Mr. Wrestling number 4 has been here for a while, but in my opinion, I think Matt Carlos is going to win because I'm a little guy, he's a little guy, and I know what we're capable of.
At Halloween Hell, I think with Matt Carlos and Mr. Wrestling number 4 for the Internet Championship match, I think Mr. Wrestling 4 is going to win because he's had way more experience than Matt.
I think I'm going to have to go with my buddy Matt. I think he's just way too out of control for Mr. Wrestling number 4.
I think they're both great athletes, both great competitors. I think it's all going to come down to experience. I think Mr. Wrestling number 4 has the advantage.
Honestly, I gotta choose out of control Matt Carlos. Because he's out of control, he's got the fans definitely behind him, you know, and it's definitely his time to shine.
My money is on Matt Carlos. Because you could have all the experience in the world, there ain't anyone in the back locker room who's got a heart bigger than out of control Matt Carlos. So go get him, guys.
Well, as the greatest mind in professional wrestling, it's quite clear to me who's going to win the Internet Championship. Matt Carlos. Mr. Wrestling number 4 already turned me down to be his manager, but I haven't yet offered it to Matt Carlos. Matt, win that championship and we'll talk.
I wrestle both competitors, and they're equally good wrestlers. You have Matt Carlos, who's obviously going to be the quicker of the two, and you got Mr. Wrestling number 4, who may be a little more technically sound. But I've seen the two train together. I know they're going to give it their all. I mean, this is Halloween Hell. But then you got to think, if I were to base it purely on my personal experiences with the two, I think the edge is going to have to go to Mr. Wrestling number 4.
You might get a little spooky out here. Because friend and friend will go toe to toe. And I will see you